The Asante Empire was a powerful kingdom in West Africa. It was located in what is now Ghana. The Asante were known for their military strength, bravery and supremacy, referred to in the local dialect as Wokum Apem Apembeba, and which translates, "If you kill thousands more will come." They traded with other African kingdoms and Europeans. The British Empire, on the other hand, was a global power in the 19th century. It had colonies all over the world, including in Africa. The Asante and British clashed over trade, land and power. The Asante resisted British expansion to protect their sovereignty. Their cultural differences contributed to the conflict. The wars marked a turning point in African history. The first encounters between the Asante and the British were peaceful. British traders came to the Gold Coast in search of gold and other goods. The Asante, controlling trade routes to the coast, saw an opportunity for profit. However, cultural misunderstandings quickly arose. The Asante pride themselves in the golden stool, a sacred symbol of their unity and power. The British, unaware of its importance, sought to control it. This sparked outrage among the Asante. The British also sought to change some Asante customs and traditions. This interference in Asante customs further heightened tensions. As the British presence grew, they built forts and increased their military activity. This show of force made the Asante wary. They saw the British as a threat to their independence. Several factors led to the outbreak of war. Control of trade was a major reason. The Asante wanted to maintain their trade routes. The British sought a trade monopoly. This rivalry fueled tensions. Slavery was another issue. The Asante were hindrance to British slavery trade with their frequent territorial conflict and expansion of territorial influence. The Asantes fought with many ethnic groups in the then Gold Coast and defeated them all. Some of these groups were already trading with the British. The British wanted to expand their influence. They saw the Asante as an obstacle. They wanted to control Asante territory. The final straw was Sir Charles McCarthy. His demands for the Golden Stool was seen as disrespectful. The Asante declared war in 1823, which led to the capture and death of Sir Charles McCarthy. There were battles for supremacy from the coast to the rainforest. The Asante-British wars were bloody conflicts. The Asante army initially had the upper hand. The Battle of Nsamankau in 1824 saw a crushing Asante victory. The British brought in more troops and superior weaponry. The use of Congreve rockets proved decisive. The Battle of Katamanso in 1826 was a turning point. The British sought an alliance with other tribes to defeat the Asantes. This victory allowed the British to consolidate control over the coast. There was a third Anglo-Asante war, the Battle of Amoaful, also known as the Sagrenti War, which was fought on January 31st, 1874. Led by Major General Garnet Wolseley, the British forces faced significant resistance from the Ashanti, culminating in a bloody clash that left a lasting impact on the region. The British forces, with bagpipes playing "The Campbells Are Coming," charged with bayonets, catching the Ashantis off guard. While the British initially prevailed, slow-moving flanking columns in the jungle allowed the Ashantis to retaliate, attacking the British camp from the rear. Despite a subsequent small battle, the Battle of Ordashu, the British emerged victorious, opening the route to Kumasi. Amankwatia, the Bantamahen and Ashanti war strategist, orchestrated the last stand at Amoaful against Wolseley's advancing forces. The battle showcased the tactical prowess of the Ashanti forces. Although some British accounts attribute casualties to diseases like malaria and yellow fever, the Ashantis strategically used forest cover, ridges and bogs to their advantage. Amankwatia's calculations, combining superior numbers with guerrilla warfare tactics, proved formidable against the technologically advanced British forces. The wars featured several important figures and leaders. On the Asante side, Osei Bonsu and Osei Tutukwame Asiba were powerful kings who led their people in resistance. Ya Asantewa, the Queen Mother of Ejisu, emerged as a key figure in the War of the Golden Stool. She rallied the Asante forces against the British. On the British side, Charles McCarthy's death in the early conflict fueled British desire for revenge. Major Alexander Gordon Laing was a British explorer who gathered valuable intelligence on the Asante, contributing to British successes. Sir Garnet Wolseley was a British general who played a key role in the final defeat of the Asante. He led the British forces that captured Kumasi in 1900. These leaders, both through their military prowess and political decisions, shaped the course of the conflict. The Asante and British legacy, impacts and aftermath of the conflicts were diverse. The wars had a profound impact on both sides. The Asante Empire, though significantly weakened, never fully extinguished. The British victory led to the establishment of the Gold Coast colony, consolidating British control over the region. The wars had a devastating impact on the Asante people. They suffered heavy casualties and lost their independence. Their economy was shattered and their social structures were disrupted. However, the Asante spirit of resistance continued. The memory of their struggle for independence remained strong. This legacy of resistance influenced later generations in their fight for Ghana's independence. For the British, the victory came at a cost. The wars proved to be costly in terms of both money and lives. They also highlighted the brutality of colonial conquest. The struggle and echoes of resistance provides important lessons. The Asante British Wars were a clash of empires, a collision of cultures, and a fight for freedom. The Asante, though ultimately defeated, left an indelible mark on history. Their resistance serves as a testament to the human desire for self-determination. The conflict reminds us of the complex relationship between Africa and Europe in the colonial era. It compels us to remember the human cost of imperialism. Today, the legacy of the Asante Empire lives on. Their art, culture, and history continue to inspire people around the world. The story of their resistance against the British remains a powerful symbol of the fight against oppression.